Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Prismalin, and today
Which cards reflect my path?
this is more of a catch-up more than anything else, because I have not been feeling the
that's
greatest, to be honest, at the moment. Yeah,
Concentrate.
we can now take some upgrades along
I
these
never
sort of
realised.
things. So yeah, playing some Hades 2 again. Playing a bit more catch-up, take the second Death
potential.
Defiance, because that's going to be useful. A longer
I see
sprint,
it
why
now.
not? Oh, that's max rank now. Nice.
Know
And
the
what else
past,
can I do? I
know
can
the
equip
future.
something for 3. Just take that, reroll rewards. Seems good enough.
Ready.
What can we unlock? We can unlock the axe. Well, we'll do that anyway.
Zorafet, the Moonstone Axe. You can split anything apart.
We'll unlock it, but it's not the one we're running with. We'll be running with the sickles, as that is what we need.
Of night within the pool.
And we've got the Argent Skull. We can unlock the Rod of Fishing later. Okay. Yeah, we're all set up. We should pick up our
Something new there.
bunch of extra keepsakes that we have as well. The one I want is the Aphrodite boon. Actually, no. Everlasting Ember. If I can get it on my attack, we can stack it up really quickly, and that's the plan.
This is my path.
Let's go. But yeah, I am not feeling the greatest at the moment, which it's really evident as I haven't uploaded in a while.
Got on all right, comparatively speaking, I suppose. After we put the Titans in their place, though, he went down into your underworld and I drifted away like a spark from a flame.
Special Inflict Scorch. I guess we'll take the cast. Should we rarefy that? No. Although it seems really good,
That's hot.
there's no need to do that on this. I want it on attack or something. Something more useful. But yeah, I was quite violently ill. Well, not violently ill, but I was ill over pretty much the morning of Monday, which kind of just, yeah, I was in no fit state to go to work or do anything, so that's kind of what ended up happening. Turn up. It's kind of annoying, I hate being ill, and I'm hopefully I'm back to work tomorrow, which will be Wednesday.
Got it.
At least that'll be the plan, because I'm feeling a lot better now. Still not feeling right, but feeling a lot better. Now we'll jump in here. But yeah, I just have not been feeling the best, and was okay over the weekend, and then, I don't know, I probably ate something which was not conducive to my health. You know.
We never used to have much contact with your father. So when Hades ceased communicating with Olympus, we figured he was back to his old ways. Turns out that old sneak Kronos got him. There was nothing we could do.
No, don't want to knock those away. That's kind of cool, but I'll just take sunken treasure here.
Sure.
Extra health and stuff like that, it's just useful. But yeah. I mean, I was quite fragile, but, you know, as they would call it, man flu. You know, as a man, I can't really get ill. It just kills me. I think it's about the only thing that I think sometimes isn't properly explained as like what man flu is, and
A gift.
cool.
Go show that shade the way.
Well done, Freenos. I don't really want anything to level. We'll just descend here.
Ready.
And I kind of relate man flu to the fact that essentially, as being of a man, my immune system technically is weaker than most women's immune system.
Would it invite more problems than it solved? I would be curious to see. As our experiment continues to unfold, its outcome is uncertain.
Almighty chaos, with your experiment so vast in scope, what can one individual achieve? The quandary you mentioned when first we met. What would you have me do?
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not care for idle talk. Ask me no questions. Respond only when prompted or when necessary and absolute. But above all, do as you will.
When I ever use mana, I prime it, I gain +1 on those. My dash is slower and uses that, otherwise we get more mana. I can't use my cast, or take damage, and then I do get restore 1 mana every second. I'll take that, Addled Will. The mana regen will be pretty good, so even though I do start taking health damage. But yeah, what I mean by like my immune system is weaker
Chaos.
than a woman's is right, it kind of makes sense, like by a biological standpoint, is the fact that as a man, my immune system is not really meant to deal with invaders or any sort of foreign material being within me as such. It doesn't deal with it very well. You know, women can get pregnant, therefore their immune system has to cope with the idea of the fact they can get pregnant, and you know, there are other issues alongside that with like how their body adapts and kind of deals with those sorts of situations. But because like as a man I don't need to deal with that, I haven't adapted to basically be infected by stuff. This is why like you get like rats that can have the plague and stuff, because your immune systems aren't as aggressive, and essentially that's what it is for man, is your immune system's so aggressive it will kill you along with the same thing, which is not a very nice thing.
Foul spirit.
Hope you don't mind I call you Sunshine, by the way. I mean it when I say it. I know you come from underneath the earth, but there's this brilliance about you. Your mother's side, I guess.
Deal more damage in a larger area. Interesting. When inside my cast, I can restore mana. Let's take that.
Very well.
Maybe we can get it to work. I
Chaos
lose the boon for that, don't I? But yeah, it's an interesting thing of the human beings, because there aren't any other animals that exist that have an immune system as aggressive as ours, and unfortunately it causes, like, our immune system being as aggressive as it is actually probably causes more deaths in the sense of just like smaller minor diseases than it's necessarily needed. Like in comparison to like other things. There shouldn't be a shop just yet, to my knowledge.
A boon.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
In the name of Hades.
I picked that up, the infusion.
Needed that.
And we'll take the bones then.
I'll send you to your graves.
So yeah, kind of like it's a weird thing to think like our immune system technically will be so aggressive to kill something that it'll actually damage us in the process. The only problem is like we don't have the ability to like regenerate from the damage in some cases that we cause ourselves, meaning that like once the damage has been completed, like we just don't ever recover because it was so, you know, such a violent level of reaction that we had to it. This is why we have allergic reactions where other animals tend to not have them. Which is a very interesting thing.
Fly, sit and rest your wings. Hello again. You've been so busy, Arachne. Not just all these dresses, but all Erebus is teeming with silken cocoons. You're certain it's all right for me to break them?
Of course, you big silly. What, do you suppose they're teeming with my countless brood? By the time you see a cocoon, anything in there is either for you or was out to get you. Now here.
Ah, so lovely and honest. I'll take the channel being faster, actually. I would let my cast deal more damage, but I don't think it's worthwhile just yet. And here we'll take the health.
Until we meet again.
But yeah. It is something where, you know, the meat mech that we drive as such is a very interesting bit of technology in itself, and causes probably more problems than it actually solves. Like, you gotta admit, it's an amazing bit of just like bioengineering itself and how stuff functions in the human body, and yet we barely understand it even at a basic level, and yet we live in it. You know, it's like the fact that, you know, we all live in a house that we don't know how it was built. Here, now we get shot.
One of those golden urns that I revealed. Lord Charon, Moros returned. He's joined us at the crossroads. Now we've no fewer than 3 mighty sons of Nyx within our ranks. Granted, one's always fast asleep. Forgive me, I must not have understood. Hypnosis of greater use this way.
Don't really know how. Attack slice repeatedly. Deal 200% damage from behind. I don't really like the alpha strike on that, so I will pick that up, and we'll pick this up as well.
You shine for me again tonight.
I held to faith your task would not require you above, only below. But Hermes indicates the threat here on the surface now looms larger than we thought. Rise to us then, whenever time permits. Now.
X. We'll take the restore. I always prefer the restore rather than damage, just because it's going to be a lot more useful. Let's continue.
Headmistress, I'm concerned Kronos may find us. I first encountered him not far beyond these woods.
There are so many passageways to Erebus. 'Tis exceedingly unlikely he shall find the way. You face a greater risk than that right now.
True. But yeah. I said the human body can do many weird things. Not all of them are amazing, but just weird.
Come, sisters of the dead.
But it's why I think sometimes, like, we kind of need to understand, like, what our bodies are capable of doing. Because it allows them to solve problems for, like, all sorts of other things later down the line, which can be more useful. But yeah, if I can get the way to stack up the Scorch on my attack, that would be great. Oh.
Good hit. That hex was meant for you.
Nice, Phrenos. The fact that you can take that hex is really worthwhile. But yeah, I mean, I'm starting to feel better, so that's the main thing that I always end up worrying about when I'm feeling not that great. I could probably ate something or...
Skill with Lim and Oros makes you something to be feared.
I passed the test.
Nice.
Locked.
But yeah. I mean, hopefully, like, no one else is feeling a bit down or under the weather or stuff like that.
Titan.
Greetings.
I guess we'll keep this for now.
I am time itself. What are you? A thrall of those calling themselves gods, mindlessly serving at their whim. My children are crafty. To them, you are nothing but a common tool. And not an especially sharp one, it appears to me.
Coward.
That's an insult.
A small discovery.
Phrenos, hypnotize. See you in the crossroads.
But yeah. It is the nightmare of just being ill. I just always hate it because, like, I will
So much for silken armor.
I will tend to just be ill and that'll be it. I just cannot function. I do think the armor should prevent me from taking health damage, so it should work with the Apollo stack.
You'll
You know?
burn. The path of
But you know,
stars.
that just might be me. One extra use, that sounds great. Extra health sounds great as well. One extra use plus that. Ooh, extra damage. Or just get gold. Since I'm using it to stack health anyway, so we'll just keep the health
Thus
going.
you have risen.
The end of the path.
That is the way we'll go.
Mine.
Yeah, but it's a nightmare when you're not feeling very well. It doesn't help for me that kind of like I have to deal with everything by myself as well. You know, it's not as simple as just being, oh, I'm ill and like I can still get stuff done. It's just like everything stops when I'm ill. You know? There is no way around it.
Water spout activated.
You know, nothing gets done around the house and all sorts of other stuff just because I'm out of it completely. Wish it wasn't like that, but unfortunately it is. Let's just reach. But yeah. Between that and the boredom as well of being ill, Like, you don't really think about it, but it really is boring. But because then you just kind of like aren't doing anything and not feeling that great. I will take that because I want the stack on health if I can get it. Oh, really? What's the damage upgrade? But it is what it is, isn't it? You don't feel very well. Between that though, I have done a lot of stuff kind of behind the scenes. I've been kind of busy recently, so that probably hasn't helped with my general health, which is probably the reason why I ended up getting sick. So I was just too worried about all sorts of other stuff. Which is always the way, isn't it?
Stick to the seas next time.
Attacks inflict Scorch, and we can rarefy it. That's what we'll do.
They'll burn.
And let's go speak to the one guy. The dude of dudes, the Chad of Chads.
That's her. You again.
As you've made no attempt to snap my head from my shoulders, unlike many other things lurking about, I'm compelled to give you this. Just as a casual acquaintance, to be clear.
You give me such tokens of affection, full knowing I've already got a lot of them and, more importantly, am spoken for. Fine. Here's something to remember me by.
How could I ever forget you, Narcissus? Don't you get lonely sitting here, staring into those waters?
I just love the fact that the vial he gives you is probably the same as the game of bathwater.
I don't know the meaning of the word. I have the best company you could ever ask for. Me.
True that. True that. No, do that.
Have a great day.
He has no qualms with giving me gifts. What I want to do is stack up all my like, you see how quickly I can just stack that up? That's kind of the reason why I like this build in particular. And I've got a fascination with Scorch as well. So now I can do like 35, we get that to 45, which means that the Scorch actually will stack up with that, but that's fine. That is good enough. We'll unseal us. There we go. What is it? Ah, that's good enough. Actually, we need to keep collecting those if we can.
You'll regret this.
Again, this is why I like my cast being able to deal damage. Because it just deals with so many different types of enemies, like really quick, not really quickly, but easily, in a fashion that I wouldn't normally be able to deal with them. Shop? Yeah, I think a shop's worth it now, actually. Oh, nice. Buy this first, though. So my now attacks can be even better.
Excellent stuff.
That Bowman's good at taking messages, isn't he? Almost like taking corpses down into the underworld like he used to. Nothing to do for those these days. Except to burn.
She sounds way too aggressive about that. So I could get more of that, or I could give up Flame Strike, which I do not want to give that up. That's way too good to pass up. Could lose some health just to keep gaining more mana back. I'll just take the special and Scorch. Take the special. That way, like, if you get something better, it'll always be an upgrade. Like, it won't be a common on special anymore.
She came. Oh, always wanted to sing in front of a great big crowd, you know? And not just a bunch of crusty sailors, but like one of those gigantic amphitheaters they got up on land. Not my area of expertise. Do performances in these amphitheaters typically involve attempts to drown the members of the audience? Oh yeah, immortals show up to them in massive droves, kicking and screaming just to get a glimpse. Yet you get a show all to yourself.
Ooh. And also a buff from that. But yeah, look how quickly I can stack that up. There we go, let's heal up. I still stand by. I love the fact that it kind of just like takes the music away when you like take one of these guys out. We'll heal up again. Which one is it? That one. Okay. Man, they really are working together a lot better than they used to. At least on my own map practice, I played for many days. That's probably also what the effect is. And now here we go, we'll just stack it all up. Like stacking it to like 1,000 is so cool.
They just won't shut up. A pearl.
But let us continue, shall we? Let us continue.
New keepsake there.
That's one of the ones you wanted, yeah. At this point, what do you want to pick up?
The hope.
Guess we'll do some Apollo stuff. Why not?
Time to dry off.
Oh, we've already seen Apollo. being around. And the fact that he can make my cast, like, just be bigger is quite useful. I'll let you pierce straight away.
Petals from a golden bough. Flourish.
And that's the first one. Man, that's got a lot of damage, didn't I? That should be it done then. I know, is 40 damage a second enough?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Slinging cast. So, after you take damage, yeah, I mean, I would like to hit that because it would increase my power again, but
Sure thing.
that's what we want. Kind of the whole reason why I was picking it up in the first place was the fact that the cast could then keep increasing in size, just trapping more stuff in it.
No, you don't.
And do we need to heal? I guess we'll take the heal.
Life.
A weapon upgrade. Just more the fact that once someone gets stuck in it, they'll stay stuck in it. That's the main thing we're going for there.
All done.
Now, get some cool on this. So special return and deal more damage. Gains 4 power each time hitting the same foe. Attacks deal 200% damage from behind. Yeah, we'll take that.
Superior might.
We will take that. Just run away. They'll burn themselves to death. What are the choices now for these sort of fights? We either get another one or one of those. Both boss fights as well. I mean, the flame does allow me to get my cast, so I can just kind of throw it instead. So that's what we'll do.
The Phantom.
I still hate the fact that heals. Like, thematically I get it. But it's very frustrating to deal with. Because, like, all the damage I just did is then completely pointless. What you do is just kind of stay away. Come on, there we go. I was going to say.
Phantoms be gone. Always use more.
I hate the phantoms. Restore. Cast explodes, that's pretty good, and that's kind of what I want. Because now, I can just do that. Oh, Echo. Let's go see Echo.
Hello again, Echo. How have you been? How have you been? How have you been? Oh, you know, this place sure is a change from Oceanus, if you've ever been. About the only friendly face up there is that Narcissus. Is that Narcissus? That Narcissus? That Narcissus? Wait, your voice. You know him. Oh no. Knowing all his suitors, and knowing you're here in the land of the broken-hearted. 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 Broken-hearted.
Bless. Boon of Hestia. Can do. Okay, around a boon from the previous night. Let's do that. Another round of boom from last time.
Please
Hydraulic
take care.
might.
Take care. Take care.
And gift.
Even in a place of sorrow such as this, there's beauty, gentleness. I know not how to ease your burden yet, though perhaps this will help.
Perhaps this will help. This will help. This will help.
You're giving this to me. It's an honor.
An honor. An honor.
They must have really thought about all the echo stuff when they did all that. I will take an upgrade. Or health, money, mana. I want the health, to be honest. I would love the upgrade to just the weapon damage, but the stacks don't mean much once
Those poor shades.
I get to a certain point.
Grow golden once again.
No angry face, you must stay put. Let's go for HP first then.
Smackers.
Already, I lost so much health for that. Kind of annoying. I do need to probably get the cast leveled up as well, though, because that way the cast will actually deal more damage.
Point secured.
And maybe like getting it like one more level will help stack stuff. But it is what it is, isn't it? Heal up.
Burn.
I swear that was like a boss at one point, wasn't it? Nah, it's probably just like gonna slowly burn away. It's got like 800 stacks on it.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Whenever Scorch stains foes, deals damage around. The sprint with the projectiles is pretty good, actually. No, no. But yeah, the joys of being ill at any point in your life. It's not a fun experience. No. 0 out of 10, would not recommend. What can we get from here then? Another use, that'd be pretty good. Gold. Damage taken booms. Interesting, but not really what I wanted, and don't want that anymore either. Extra damage seems pretty cool. Sublime on the Serenity. Or the makes me impervious. Try and go for the makes me impervious. If we can get it. That'll depend. It's probably shop time now, isn't it? Oh cool, they break when I run through them. We'll go for the shop rather than mana, because like, I don't need any more mana.
That's something.
No need for more mana.
Hear me, on my authority.
Let's take this. Ooh, another way to gain more mana. All mana finds are worth more. Or prime some mana to reduce damage taken. We'll take that. And let's go face off against Cerberus.
Don't you yet recognize me, boy?
We got 1,000 on him. Which is enough. I swear I'm doing way more damage than I normally do. I guess because I'm also like doubling my damage because of the backstabs in this one in particular. But we'll just run around and do this for a bit. Get stuff trapped in the flames, add the Scorch'n, keep the damage up. Really? You've actually summoned more skulls. I'm very annoyed. But yeah, again, you got the whole problem with the fact that when they go underground, they seem to just lose all the stacks. Yeah, straight away, like he lost them all just by going underground. There we go. That was a pretty quick Cerberus fight, though.
Relieved at last of an infernal itchy spot, the fire-breathing watchdog looks appeased.
Is that all it was? It was a very itchy spot.
Return now to your master and abode.
Let us continue then. Down into Tartarus.
The old service hall.
And
Expanded my collection.
we'll pick that up.
Good.
Heal up.
No getting out this way.
And we'll jump down.
Here goes.
But yeah, sorry I'm not as talkative as kind of like I normally am. Like again, like not much has happened and I haven't really been feeling well. I'm still not feeling well.
Just a few chambers to the house.
But it's one of those things I hate being sick and I hate missing
My
work
worship
because of it.
shall soften you up, if not stop you outright.
Out of my
It is
way.
not a fun experience to It's mainly because I'm just a, you know, I have had it instilled into me at a young age to kind of like always work. It's the mentality of my parents for like when they were working and stuff like that, like there's no excuse of why you can't go into work, and then because I feel like I'm not capable of functioning or working, because I know what I'm like when I'm ill. And it's more than just like I know what I'm like when I'm ill, it's more like when I do stuff I enjoy and I feel sick, I do it terribly. So going to work would kind of give the same results, right? And to be honest, I'm going to even less worry about kind of like, oh yeah, I need to function here. Because it's not the same as like me being at home and doing stuff. I try and explain that to certain people, and people just don't get it. What do you mean? It's like, well, if my concentration is so bad when I'm ill that I can't focus on the stuff I enjoy, how do you think I'm going to focus on the stuff when I'm working? Probably just as badly. No, I can just run around, leave those to be. Anything good here? Oh, looks like good. I got really annoyed that I lost my DPS but I'm going to lose it anyway because of Kronos is just a cheapskate. But I should have a lot of ways to just deal with all of its rubbish. We'll soon find out whether that is the case or not.
He'll send more and more foes the longer I stay. You wretches.
One more room. Shame, we didn't get to see Hades in this one. I just wanted to see, like, could I get, like, anything out of him for the stuff I put in, you know? If I get anything that upgrades my cast, it'd be kind of nice, though. So that's what I'm kind of looking for at the moment, is something to upgrade the damage I get on the cast. And again, this is kind of why I like the cast, because it just helps me deal with all this stuff by doing chip damage. Like, how are you meant to deal with this properly, normally? Without, like, an AoE ability. Madness. Oh, we get to see Hades, actually, this time. Cool. I'm got to give the gift beforehand if we got it, which we don't have. Ooh, though.
Marble.
Pick that up.
I know not how you withstood the Titan if truly you confronted him. Quickly now, tell me about this. Have you been... Are you well?
Am I well? All my life, I've been preparing for this moment, to bring the usurper of the House of Hades to justice. So, I'll have to get back to you, depending on how it goes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Get back to me if you must. I'd grant your vengeance if I could. But this is all that I can do for now.
Bless him. Oh, grudge. We'll take that.
That I can spare.
The monstrous hound of hell bears countless fangs as if to say, back off.
But why?
Sorry, boy.
Let me pet you. That's all I want.
For our family.
Oh.
Go, Freenos.
One right at the end, eh?
See you in the crossroads.
At least that'll give me the level up. Okay, we've got 600 to spare. Let's buy this first. Special inflicting Scorch is kind of meh. Casting more damage, or the hydraulic might. None of these are that great, but I guess we'll take the glowing coal here. The extra HP, because that'll be useful in just trying to keep myself alive. Let's jump in. See how this goes.
I'm home.
Come closer. The course of history is mine to shape. Yet you continue vexing me, as though you wish to do so in my stead. Fine, what shall it be? Shall I just go ahead and cede my rightful throne?
Would be nice.
You don't set the course of history. Your time. You're just the paving stones we cross along our way. More than getting back at the gods, you're getting back at the fates, who know your rightful place in all of this.
I do in fact take issue with the fates. Though they ought to be none of your concern or anyone's. Imagine being free to make your own decisions now, only to long for the weight of their yoke upon your back. How pathetic.
For what you did to me.
Slice you to ribbons. You cannot best my legion single-handedly.
I don't know. They do a pretty good job.
Learn your place. Now this.
Pick this up. Heal up. And we're just trying to...
My scythe shall find you.
It's kind of annoying that he just always ends up looking at you. Okay.
Arrogant child.
Really? Like, that hit me again?
Poor girl. Hello, reinforcements.
But we're getting close to beating him for once. That'd be nice if I can actually do it.
What now?
I will say, the cast does really do a lot of work against that dash. Just by cutting it down.
This audience has lasted long enough. You do not get to barge into this house and waste my time. I am time. And I can make your every moment hell.
Okay, second phase.
2, 1.
Yeah, you have to stand on this, right?
You gods. Your final moments.
Heal up again.
Be gone, I say.
Vitality.
I will admit, the ability to heal is making a massive difference in this fight. I knew it would do. But I didn't think it would mean this much difference.
Come forth, my subjects.
We'll take the time stop here.
Expire.
Heal up.
Better.
Stop right there.
Uh-oh. Oh really? He can do it 3 times now, interesting. So my cast has got to stay on him as much as it has to now.
Here. Now then.
That should stop him.
I thought none could resist the ravages of time. But you, how?
You'll get no answers from me, and no mercy either. Now die already, and I'll collect the ichor from your veins, or whatever flows through them.
What is death to the deathless? A mere nuisance. This house is mine. Once I am gone, you shall be cast away.
I expect so, and you'll be remade and back on the throne before I can return. But I shall return, and I'll slay you again and again and again if I must.
Even if, in so doing, it meant that you would never see your dear old family again. Because the mercy I have shown to them thus far is something I may have to reevaluate.
Our family. And what do I care? I don't even know them. But I do know you will be dead here in another moment. Any last words?
For you, my girl? No. None for now. Time cannot be stopped.
That's how you respond to blackmail.
For my mother.
There we go. We have a first win. Finally we managed to do it. It is a very interesting run. I like the fact I could stack the flame strike, which is probably how it should have been done anyway. But yeah, there we go. Let us continue.
Nothing but sand.
And we get the sand now.
Thus did Melenoi, the underworld's vengeful daughter, cross the deepest reaches of her realm to thwart her ancient, hateful foe, the Titan Kronos. Time itself, and time supposedly cannot be stopped. A claim the princess has her reasons to dispute. Hers is a tale that shall withstand time, yet it requires time as well. For now, a cruelly abrupt end shall have to do.
No! Return to Shadow now.
So there we go. So yeah, we got the surface to go through as well. But yeah, we managed to complete going it down underneath.
What just happened? Can you believe it, little one? I did it. I got him. What now?
That is a big question. So let's go and talk and see if we can find stuff out.
Hello? Another prophecy.
Your foes were
The
doomed to
Fates.
fall.
They need my help.
Interesting.
How far were you able to go last night, Princess? You were gone for some time. I sensed the growing fear and excitement in the air. Even heard some of the rumblings.
If the rumblings were that I reached the depths of Tartarus, broke into my father's stolen house, confronted Kronos there and outfought him, then you heard correctly. Hardly a final victory, but still.
I would object to anyone but you diminishing such a victory. Is this not a vitally important component of the task you've been entrusted to complete?
Well, yes it is, but...
Then congratulations. And may the fates
Come
avail
here.
your next...
So let's find out what's happening then.
You're back. Now tell me everything. You found your mark. What then?
I reached the edge of Tartarus and made my way into the house, just as we planned. Kronos was there, on my father's throne. We clashed. He lost. But I know he isn't gone, and I was unable to linger there for long.
Truly. And you retrieved something from him, I see. We were never going to destroy him with brute force alone, but soon enough, he may yet be undone entirely. Until then, study him. And I shall study what you found.
By study him, you mean find him again and fight him? Weaken him? Distract him?
Precisely that.
And that is what we're going to end up doing.
There's more I can do with this cauldron. I need pure shadow to permeate the surface wards.
Well, there we go. Oh, I should have waited on that.
Shadow to the surface rise.
Because I can't do
Welcome,
anything
Lord
else.
Charon. Do you think Arachne's going to be alright in all of this, my lord? The surface was no longer welcoming or safe for her. And now I fear that Erebus is not much better off. You're right. She's twice as resourceful as just about anybody. 4 times. Just look out for her, would you? Another shipment already. Should
Always
be
buy
of
the
use.
nectar, because I think the nectar is always important. Could buy more moon dust and fabrics, but
Trade you. As for my arcana.
we really need to upgrade lots of stuff.
It's all here.
Yeah, I could get more
Should be
ash.
here soon enough. Nemesis must have a head start.
I was going to brag about her.
Why not send Nemesis to the surface in my stead? Even if I undo the wards sealing the path, I don't know that I'll last long up there.
The matter on Olympus isn't as personal for Nemesis as it is for you. And she hasn't been especially receptive to suggestion recently.
No, I suppose not.
Fair enough.
May I?
We could get more.
You two, please keep an eye on things while I'm away.
But it would be nice. Mystery
Grow
seed,
strong.
poppy seeds. But yeah,
It can't be. That's the oath of the unseen.
the Oath of the Unseen. Why don't we see what that says and what it is? Phoenix looked yellow then for a moment.
The Oath of the Unseen.
So salutations, you're worthy of the Oath of Unseen, and may now intact the testaments of night if you dare. Thus it is done. Activate various vows to raise fear as a measure of adversity, then pursue the marked guardian using specific or specified weapons. Prevail and earn nightmare for upgrades in the silver pool. Many vows are intensified to raise fear even more, though you are also free to rescind any vows without consequence. I see. So, if I complete these, then I basically just get more stuff. So I do that one, or rescind them. At which point I have to complete whatever they say with 9 minutes to fight each region. Interesting. So it's like the Pact of Punishment from the original. No benefits from my Arcana cards. That Vow of Panic doesn't seem that bad if you have mana regen. In most cases, like, I think that's a kind of a gimme one, really, more than anything else. But it's something we'll have a look at next time, and we'll see how we get along. So yeah, again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.